To order the Good Ship DPNR. Thank you for your attendance. Firstly, call for any apologies. We do have one from Al. Yes, Al Black. Okay. All right. Well, I think we probably accept those apologies if there's no others. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Move. And do we have a seconder? Deputy Mayor Atkinson. All those in favour? Aye. Against? Carried. Conflict of interest, they need to be reported for minuting. Don't think we have anything I'm aware of, but it's over to you. No, we appear to have none. Item 3, confirmation of minutes from the previous meeting held on Tuesday 19th. So moved. Right, thank you. Deputy Mayor, do we have a seconder for that? Do we have any matters? Do I presume there are any matters arising? We can deal with that concurrently. No. All those in favour? Aye. Aye. Against? Carried. Deputations nil. This is not a race. Yeah. And number 5, reports. Here, who do we have here? Ian, sorry, thank you. Yep. Yeah. Thank you, Ian. Big shoes to fill. Yeah. Yes. Or to sit alongside. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, so good afternoon.
Great. Thank you. Did you, we've tabled the report there, haven't we? Yeah. Any questions arising? No, do you want to talk to it? Like talk to Ian? Take us through some of the headlines. Yep.
Yeah, so I just want to maybe go through some updates that have probably changed since the writing of this report. So the first one I'd like to mention is the airsoft facility, the gaming facility on Fishers Road. So the submission period closes today at 5 o'clock. So far, we've got 7 submissions have been received by council. Of those 7, 6 is in opposition, so 6 are basically from the neighbours. We have received 1 mutual submission from DOC, subject to a condition requirement of a lizard management plan. The submissions that we have received in opposition have brought up a raft of issues. I can go into some detail, but I think at the moment, we'll just leave it at, because it's still closing today. In terms of a likely hearing, would probably have to be scheduled, because 3 of those submissions want to be heard. So we have penciled in a likely hearing date that would be early to mid-November, and a commissioner would oversee and decide on the application. Okay. Yep. The next one I'd like to just give... Sorry?
Just perhaps while you're dealing with that.
Yes.
So if we have a hearing, we can put that in train in this term of council, can we? And appoint, or we come back. I'm just thinking of the timing. We can't put anyone... If it's, what did you say, early November?
Early to mid-November, I think.
There's specific time frames.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are quite set statutory timeframes to meet, unless the applicant offers to suspend the application straight after the submission period, which they might choose to do, but we don't know yet.
Thank you. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah.
Yeah. The next one is the pontoon in Kaiapoi. So that's the one that District Council is the applicant. So it's mainly coming from the engineering department. So the recent decision was actually just issued yesterday. So that was approving the pontoon, subject to a number of conditions on it. An independent commissioner approved that consent. In terms of ECAN, there are 3 ECAN consents that have also been issued as well. So 2 were land use consents and 1 was a discharge consent. That was issued on the 8th of September. Yes. So that's all been cleared as well. So, yeah.
And again, in this instance, communication with people out there, I think it's been quite a live sort of issue in the Kaiapoi community. It seems like it's a resolution. Will we let the public know that we generally does this go out to our comms team or whoever? I don't know who's able to answer that, Kelly.
Probably not specifically the resource consent. I would expect any communications go out through Green Space, who are leading the overall project for the Murphy Park rowing precinct.
Okay, we just have attached question to that. I thought that was coming. Thanks, Deputy Mayor Atkinson. Yeah.
One in particular, really, the discharge consent. What discharge does a pontoon give off? I'm really interested into, it's a concrete structure, what discharge does it give? Or am I missing something here?
I've got a copy of
It's out of interest.
the ECAN consents here, which I could actually, I haven't gone through the nitty gritty of it, but yeah, I do have a copy of the decisions here, which I could release out if you want, or I could just...
Given the concrete pontoon doesn't discharge a thing.
It potentially could be construction phase
It would-
stormwater.
Could, yeah.
Could be what?
Construction phase.
Okay, look, not for here, we won't discuss it here, but I'd really like to know what discharge, even picking up a pontoon and putting it in the water would do. But however, yeah, that'd be great if someone could send that to me.
There's a question.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the other one is just an update. The Kaipoi Community Board yesterday granted the consultation on the Murphy Park plan, of which that pontoon is part of. So that'll go out in that as well.
I can also go through, just a couple of rules mentioned in this report about firefighting, which is causing, a little bit of work. Pretty much at the moment, council is working we've had a meeting with FENS to try and just streamline the requirements a lot easier and smoother for people, because at the moment, if we direct them straight to the code, it's quite a complex document. And so what we're trying to develop in-house first is just to try and understand how that code works and try and get some real basic requirements that any customer can interpret. And then we're going to there'll probably be a bit of a bedding in period where we try and get familiar with those rules, and then try and eventually send out some fact sheets that actually help the customer a lot more. And that's kind of similar to the road and the railway noise corridor issue as well, which we're trying to work through and get some real good, clear guidance for customers to help them along as well. So happy to take some questions on that if you like.
Do we have any? Councillor Ken?
Thank you. It's dead. Thank you, Ian. In terms of what the water supply would be just tanks. In terms of the FENS requirement, is it? Because they're not going to, and it'll be, and how much volume of water would need to be provided? Is that right? Is that what they'd have to do?
Correct. So mostly in the rural area, where you're on a non-reticulated water, you've got to provide either a 45,000 litre tank, so that's on-site tank storage. The other alternative is you do a home sprinkler system with a 7,000 litre capacity tank. So those are really the two options that they have available. You can get alternative fire means approved, but you have to go through FENS. So FENS would have to actually sign off on the alternative fire supply.
So did you say 45,000?
Yes, correct.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
That's a lot.
Any other points? That's right. Yeah, we've got some other points. No?
Not rushing it.
No.
All right.
No. Thank you. Round the room, colleagues. No, I think we've sort of taken questions as we go. So on that basis, do we have a mover to recommendation points A to D, including notes?
There's a lot of notes. Happy to move. All right. Second. All right. Mover Deputy Atkinson. Second, Councillor Cairns. All right. All those in favour? Against? Carried. Thank you. All right. the agenda back from reports, aren't we? And administration. Sorry, just got some hold a sec. Oh, yeah, can't work. Where we are for updates, right? Okay. Well, firstly, I can keep it very short. I can say just in my field, DPR, and perhaps also my council role there in community board engagements. It's been a busy period. Taking staff advice on, particularly on appeals, consent processes. For reasons you'll understand, I won't go into any details about what some of the conclusions were. Some of those are subject to briefing requirements. But it is an opportunity, just as we round out the term there, to just comment on particularly the work of my fellow council colleagues and our community board members as well. Oxford Hoka being an example, the degree of complexity that we have dealt with, particularly over Ralston Industrial and Woodstock quarries, is it's been exceptional, and it's taken quite a heavy personal toll, I think, on the work and personal life of some of our councillors. I want to acknowledge that, and we're not the only community board that's dealt with all these complexities. I'm sure they all have. But you can see in some of the decisions of some of my colleagues, whether they stand for election or not, they're having to weigh this up. And I just sort of reflect there, I'm only new at this game, but I think we should acknowledge them at every opportunity, and we have to reflect on what we're expected to do, particularly our community board members, and representing community interests, because not just about the pay, it's the hours, it's about the expertise, and it sits on their shoulders quite heavily. So, and you'd see that. I think Nikki would probably agree in Oxford Hoka as well. So, but I do want to congratulate and thank those all outgoing members, and also just want to thank for the district plan process. I've only been in the chair the second half of the term. It's been a tremendous learning experience for me. I know that we're told we're not here to learn on the job, but I certainly have, and and it's been. I'm thankful for the opportunity to learn about council processes on the hoof, as I have. There's some amazing interactions and amazing work that have to get done with our staff, led by Kelly and the team and colleagues. So thanks very much. Right. Councillor Cairns, I'll go for you first. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I've already sent through my report about town centre and business and such like, but just one thing that I'd like to add in talking to the number of business owners around the district. They certainly have noticed the likes of Matariki, which was missing from the event calendar in Kaiapoi. One business owner said that was one of their busiest ever nights in terms of trading, and the whole day was one of their busiest days they've ever had in terms of the trading, and because that event didn't go ahead, it made a big difference to their turnover. I would also look at the lack of events in terms of there's no spring festival, there were no winter festival, and subsequently that potentially has had an impact on some of the businesses within our district, and that's something that we need to deal with in terms of trying to attract more events throughout the district. But apart from that, I've already put forward my report as said by email. If there's any questions from there, I'm happy to answer those. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Brenda. I'll just note, particularly in the promotion space, actually we had a really positive experience Oxford meeting last night, where we had a whole 3 new members came along with, new business owners. And so considering we were being on the very tippy sort of edge of not having constituted number of members, it was really positive, and it changed the environment. So we can hope that continues, and so that was really good.
I hope to attend the next one.
I only just got there actually by accident. I was anyway. I just happened to be there at the right place and right time, so thank you.
Can you give us feedback in terms of the flags? Did they like the flags, the new flags that went up? Or should we
They've
not
still
go
got the chair's still got a degree of wariness about interaction. I think they like it. I think actually a bit of feedback was they did name you and your representative role, and they said, is the responsibility for designing the flags being sort of outsourced because council doesn't want to do it? And I said, no, I think it's about capability of, the most cost-effective way we can get it done, involving the local school, the area school. So we just want to keep reinforcing that message, I believe, that we're not sort of abrogating our responsibilities for the flags.
I saw it as an opportunity.
This is the town centre flags with everyone. We've been talking about costs and who's responsible for maintenance and putting them up.
Yeah. And I saw it as an opportunity because Oxford Promotions were paying for the flags in their town, that if they wanted to actually have some influence in the design, then they could certainly pass it on or give us those designs so as they could actually put forward to get done. So, yeah.
I think we're making progress gradually on that one.
Thank you. Well done. Thanks for the report. All right. Councillor Goldsworthy. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I'll start off with a good story, I suppose, in terms of the world of compliance. So at the beginning of the month, we had just shy of 99% dog registrations compliant. That includes my dog this year. And then, due to a few complaints around white baiting season at Karaki Beach, the staff have been working with Green Space team down there to try and ease tensions. This season has been focused primarily around education. There is nothing in the bylaw against fishing or customary rights to fish there. It's purely around the camping. So there's going to be some more work over the next year to redirect people to the campsites and then encourage them to fish from there. A few submissions coming up for the building units. Self-certification of drain layers and plumbers is on the cards. I presume this is to try and achieve the more efficiencies from the central government that they're hoping to achieve, and a granny flat submission will be coming up. IAN's the audits, the team are just tying up all the loose knots and recommendations from that to keep compliance up. A few more consents have been coming through private consenting authorities, so the staff are just working through new systems to make sure that they tick all the boxes for that one. And an interesting one that I didn't actually think about, but the staff are well ahead of the game. They're considering the implications of tiny homes and private consenting agencies and how that will change the market potentially. Civil defence, we've just signed MOU with Group, accepting the responsibilities of Group and territorial authorities and where they lie. And just a kindly reminder, given there's a few faces around the district, the council staff will be monitoring the upcoming wind warnings, and just batten down your hoardings, gentlemen and ladies. It could be a windy weekend. That's from me, Mr. Chair.
Just had a quick question. I think it does relate to regulations and bylaws. The whitebait issue, bylaws, permanent occupancy. I wonder how that sits with particularly our people who are sort of coming and going from reserves management. We kind of gently, with our occupiers sometimes in Oxford, we try and gently move them on and keep on coming back round. We have quite a collaborative approach, and I'm not saying it's equivalent to the whitebait issue. I just wondered how sometimes we kind of just quietly sort of really chip away and say, hey, you've been here long enough, move on. How is that consistent with what we do now, the bylaws? I'm just, perhaps for someone who might want to talk that with more experience than I have.
Yeah. Thank you.
Councillor Deputy Mayor.
Well, just given regulation and recreation, I just wonder how much collaboration is going on there, because NZMCA already have bylaws that are already written that can protect people in this space. And how much collaboration is going on between the two departments to make sure that it can come together and actually work for the whole of the district? Because I've been talking to Chris for a long time now about bylaws that already exist syringe and getting them activated, which means you can actually move people on or have sections of your district that are actually there for camping. And I'm just a little, with your report and what's going on over there, I just wonder where we're at.
So are you saying,
Is it a questions of consistency for you, as we move some people on for certain reasons or not?
Who's actually dealing with it, who's actually doing something about it?
Okay.
I mean, these problems could probably be solved by doing exactly that.
No, that's a fair point. My understanding is this season that the regulation team the community services team and Green Space have both been working within our bylaws to try and achieve a positive outcome. But you raise a good point. We could definitely see how they could marry up and, I suppose, provide a wee bit more guidance and teeth to the matter.
Yeah, I'd certainly like to see more emphasis put on stuff. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. It's already there. There's other districts right around the country using it. And all we have to do is adopt it and become a camp-friendly town, and all of a sudden you have areas you can designate. So, yeah.
Yep, no, we might round that out. Councillor Cairns, do you have some important questions, or no? No, thank you. Around.
I just really realised I keep on looking right. I shouldn't do, being a sitter over that side of the room.
Any questions related to anything? No, we're fine. Okay.
Thank you for that, for those reports,
and thank you also, colleagues, for your portfolio service and your reports that you bring, and for bearing with me. Right, thank you. We do have
a report. I think it's that one. We need to come through.
Joanne.
Oh, sorry, Joanne. Is it? Yep. I missed one. Oh, parking change.
Parking change. Yes, you don't need to be responsible for district planning today, Joey. Thank you.
Thank you. So this report is seeking approval to go out and consult with the businesses on William Street around a request for shorter duration parking immediately outside the block of shops on William Street down towards Ahoka Road. We have received some complaints there around the longer term parking that's in place. There's a wee bit of tension. There's a number of high turnover businesses in that area, but then also a number that require longer stay parking, such as the laundromat. So this, as I said, this request really is just to go out and have a discussion with the businesses in the first instance, and then we would bring that feedback back through the community board and then back here once we have completed that. Happy to take any questions.
Just had one that's described as a service request. Sometimes there's a service request and sometimes there's multiple complaints and stuff. So what is the volume of actually people raising concerns about this, not disregarding it, just since we're going out to consultation, what has been the feedback that we've got?
I understand it has been predominantly from the dairy, which is down towards one end of that block of shops, and because they are a high turnover business, they require more parking turnover.
Right. So that's one. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Right.
By the silence, I see no other questions. Are we happy to, for a mover for the recommendation as stated, approves consultation thereof to the report, back to community board. Question?
Councillor Godfrey.
Sorry to hold up the chain. With regards, what was the rationale behind identifying 2 parks as opposed to slightly more, just out of curiosity?
That was largely based around the fact that those businesses are on the end of a block and they're relatively quick turnover. So normally we would only put a couple outside the likes of a dairy. But I think that's part of getting that feedback from the wider businesses, because there are other businesses in there which may have an opinion on whether that is sufficient or not. So yeah, that was the idea behind it.
I was just going to ask for a contextual sort of question, is that the cost of the consultation, are you able to answer, will you think that's proportionate to the size of the issue? And I suppose we don't know the size of the issue, what others think about it yet. But I mean, I've been through this with Oxford parking, and there was a handful of parks, the whole town went, well, it just sort of like had a view, and it was over a relatively small number of parks. Do you think that this is warrant? Obviously, you do believe that.
I think there, certainly from the one business that is there, it is definitely a problem for them. That's why they have called into council. This wouldn't be going out to wide public consultation. This would be targeted consultation with the shops.
Thank you for clarifying that. It seemed like it.
Yeah, in that area, just to, I guess, kind of, yeah.
That's right.
All right.
Right.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Yes. Councillor Redmond.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We're hiding over on the left or the right.
Very quiet.
Joanne, I just wondered, with the consultation, will it be possible for the other shop owners to say they would like a shorter period? So would it be possible, as part of the consultation, that additional parking could be considered for shorter term?
That's certainly something that we would take feedback from the businesses on, and then come back with a recommendation in terms of what would work there.
I'm thinking that there's the takeaway bar, the dairy, the roast place. A lot of them are just in and out, short term.
That's right, and we've got P120 there at the moment, which is quite a long duration stay really for outside businesses within what is a town centre area. So there would definitely be an argument for I think doing some shorter, and maybe that's a combination across the wider area. We can have a look at that as part of the feedback.
So under these, just as observation, under these recommendations, I think C covers a further report. A further report would be brought back to the community board with the outcome of the consultation process. So we can have that discussion, we can deal with the issues as they come up and respond accordingly, without jumping to any particular plan just yet. So, yeah. Deputy Mayor, thank you, and second, I think Councillor Cairns just beat you to it, so thank you. And all those in favour say aye. Oh, we don't speak to that. Oh, you can speak to that. You're welcome to speak to that. Yes, thank you.
Trying to get the quickest time through.
I know. It's like it's just.
I think I hold it, so you're not going to get it.
I know. Thank you. Oh, it's a sting in the tail for DPNR. Thank you. All right. Yeah.
Look, this is warranted, and the problem never used to really be there until such time as there became a laundromat, where people take their laundry in and obviously wait for it to happen, and with takeaway shops up and down there, which is predominantly, I mean, you've only got Satisfy Foods there on the corner, and I forget what the other one was. It was a podiatrist. I don't know what it is now, but that's generally open during the day. All the rest are takeaways, and that's where the problem lies with your 15 minutes, so to speak. But you can be waiting quite a long time down there if you're, because it's extremely busy. I mean, the Chinese takeaway employs on a Friday night something like 15 staff. So that just tells you how busy it is down there. So the traffic flow is important in that area, that they come and go quickly. But as I say, primarily the longest stay is for the laundry as opposed to anything else in that area, and it doesn't really matter whether it's daytime or nighttime, So I think this is the pragmatic way to attack it and see where it comes out at the end of it.
Thank you. Anything further? No?
Yeah,
I think we have a
as a
mover.
second
We do. My
So
goodness.
I'm just going from memory. There is the Satisfy Food Rescue, there's the physio, laundromat, roast, fish and chip shop, the dairy, and the kebab shop.
And pizza.
And the Pizza Hut as well, yeah. So it's almost like, certainly 120 minutes is not required. The 15 minutes or even 30 minutes is probably the ideal scenario. So it seems like a no-brainer, or what was the other thing Nikki said? Makes sense. This makes sense, this recommendation. Thank you.
Right.
Okay, anything else? Right, no cranium required, thank you, all right. So all those in favour, say, oh, you're right, if you spoke to it, you were right to apply? Oh, no, thank you, thank you. This is why our meetings carry on in DPNR, so someone else was in charge. All right, no right to reply. The exercise has been offered and not taken, so thank you. We have those in favour, aye. Against? Thank goodness. Oh, there we go.
All right, do we have any further reports? I've completely lost the thread. It's time for me to... No?
You still need to put motion. Yes.
Right.
All those in favour?
All those in favour? Oh, we have all those in favour, so I think I've done that. All those in favour, aye. Harry? Yeah. Thank you. All right, can we wrap?
Questions, understanding.
The questions understandable. Do we have any? No? General run business? I'll regain the thread. No. Okay. I feel like we're done.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will declare the meeting, this lengthy meeting.
Still got a feeling about it.
I'll declare this lengthy meeting of DPNR, but I do wish to actually just both thank you for those who have been on our committee, recognising Deputy Mayor with his DPNR record as well, so as chair, and but more seriously his input, and all your input and staff, and Kelly, as I alluded to earlier, and team. So I think this has been quite a period. Thank Councillor Blackie for his chairing in the first half of the term as well. We can't say we're at the tippy tail just yet for district planning, but it's certainly been we're closer to the end than the start. So thank you very much. I'll